The author of the poem is Jack Prelutsky. He's an American author and illustrator, born in 1940 and is currently living in Seattle. He has written over 40 children's books filled with poems, and he is best known for his witty and wacky verse. The title of today's poem is The Turkey Shot Out of the Oven. The turkey shot out of the oven and rocketed into the air. It knocked every plate off the table and partly demolished a chair. It ricocheted into a corner and burst with deafening boom, then splattered all over the kitchen, completely obscuring the room. It stuck to the walls and the windows. It totally covered the floor. There was turkey attached to the ceiling, where there'd never been turkey before. It blanketed every appliance. It smeared every saucer and bowl. There wasn't a way I could stop it. That turkey was out of control. I scraped and I scrubbed with displeasure, and thought with chagrin as I mopped that I'd never again stuff a turkey with popcorn that hadn't been popped.
Morning, everybody. Today we are back from interim week, and so this is a week where we're going to be starting all our middle school and upper school basketball programs. We'll have a basketball tournament at the end of the week. Our girls varsity will be playing in our Thanksgiving tournament, so I hope you'll come out and support that. So I think it's appropriate, though, today that we are going to hear from Brennan Colton, 2001. Let me give you a brief introduction. Grit is defined as a firmness of mind or spirit, an unyielding courage in the face of hardship or danger. And grit is one of those characteristics that is essential for successful people to have. Today we're going to hear from Brendan Colton, class of 2001, who to me epitomizes grit. When he was a junior here, he had a significant health concern, and I'm not going to get into it. I'll let him describe it if he so decides in his presentation. But his goal was really to play college basketball, and we worked real hard, and Brendan worked really hard to come back from this concern his senior year. He was an all-conference player for us, even though he struggled significantly to overcome some adversity. And he went on to DePaul, where he tried to walk on, and he was not one of those people who was easily put off by his freshman year that he was going to be cut. He tried his sophomore year, and then he eventually walked on and made the DePaul team his junior year. So he loves basketball. He loves North Shore. And I really want to welcome him back to have him tell you a little bit about his life story, where he is today, and welcome back, Brendan.
Good morning. It feels both wonderful and really a little weird to be back here. I know the last time I was here, Mr. Dorr was giving my graduation speech back in 2001. So it's pretty exciting. It's an honor for me to be here speaking to all of you. First, I got to know, are they still giving too much homework? Raise your hand if you're still giving too much homework. And nothing's changed. And that's good, that's good. I can definitely say it's been an interesting journey since I left here. I've learned that it's extremely important to find something that you're passionate about doing in life. And if you haven't found it yet, it's out there for all of us, so you got to keep searching. It's out there. After graduation, After graduation, I knew the field that I wanted to work in must have something to do with basketball. It's always been my place of peace and happiness. And as long as I can remember, I knew that when I was around basketball, I was free and happy. And this is actually a young picture. And the funny thing is, this is at North Shore Country Day, I think like 5th or 6th grade, House League basketball. And this was like the House League championship. And there I am playing. But I want you to know that health is something you can never take for granted. And I actually learned this at an early age. I think a lot of us float along feeling that we're invincible, but we're really not. When I was 4 years old, I was diagnosed with diabetes insipidus, and which is a very rare condition. I think it's like 1 in every 500,000 to 1 million people. And it has nothing to do with regular diabetes. With my condition, I am missing a hormone that concentrates the fluids in my body, so my body can't hold in the liquids I drink throughout the day. If I don't take my medicine, basically what happens, I constantly run to the bathroom, I get extremely dehydrated, and I just need to drain fluids, and it just keeps going on. So there's no cure, but thankfully I have medicine that keeps everything working just fine. Growing up, my illness was always in control, but I took my medicine when needed, and I would be healthy. Aside from it being a little annoying from time to time, I got used to it. At around age 13, I started having some new symptoms that I never had before, such as anxiety, rapid heartbeat, I'd be throwing up once a week, lightheadedness, and doctors. So I went to the doctors and mistakenly thought they would say it's probably stress and anxiety. And this lasted for a little while, and then it kind of went away. And for the next several years, I was fine. During my junior year in high school, so I went on to North Shore, around October I was on the basketball team, was a starting player, it was awesome. And the season began great. I was excelling early in the season, doing well in school. But then I started having those old symptoms again. This time they stuck around. I had, same thing, anxiety, I had even more dizzy spells, throwing up, sleep trouble, you name it, I was a mess. I went to a number of doctors, and again, he really didn't know. They thought it was stress and anxiety, he told me. So, and I knew in my heart something didn't add up. And day in, day out, my life really became a struggle. My schoolwork suffered. I barely had any energy to do homework altogether. And most days, I couldn't concentrate. Just didn't feel well, and it was a mess. I came to school, I felt half dead, and I was already exhausted by the time I got to school. So, but I still knew I had to fight through. I just keep going. I had to, and I had doubts if I was going to be okay. My strength came from my belief in God and my family, and just knew I could keep fighting. And I've always had a strong belief in myself. I knew I had to persevere no matter what. I felt that something would change no matter how hard it got, and it got real hard. I stayed on the basketball team despite dropping to no playing time, so I went from starter to hardly play. And but I look back and I can't believe I stayed on the team. But I knew I had to keep things normal in my life, and let alone I don't know how I made it through the school day. But it's amazing how much strength you have and don't know it. I want to make sure people know how important it is that whatever problem you have, also I think that was one of the big things for me is to talk to someone, no matter family, a counselor, therapist, friends. There's never anything to hide, because I felt kind of embarrassed and things like that. But I had to talk, and it was my family support that kept me going. And after around 6 months of a daily struggle, things got much worse. When I was at Passover dinner, I didn't feel good that night, and I went home. My godmother told me to go upstairs, lay down, she'd bring me some tea, and the last thing I remember, lying down and waking up 2 days later in the hospital. I didn't know it, but during the 2 days, I was unconscious. I was transferred from one hospital to another. I went through numerous tests, and things got really scary when one night I had convulsions, and my family were all terrified and prayed for me. So I remember when I woke up after that, my mom said, "We figured out what was wrong with you." And I just smiled and I said, "Can I still play basketball?" and I just passed out. At the time, I didn't realize how close I had come to death. The doctors did not figure out what was wrong with me until the hospital, until I went into that coma. And finally it became clear that my body, the sodium level was dangerously low in my body. The problem was caused by drinking too much fluids. just water, orange juice, whatever, and taking in too much medicine. Basically, the medicine lets the body hold in the fluids, but with too much liquids and medicine, the brain can get overloaded and starts to swell up, causing all these symptoms and eventually consciousness and convulsions. The medical team gave me a brand new program that included weighing myself every night, drinking a maximum of 64 ounces of fluid, so that's all I can drink a day. That includes any drink, 64 ounces. Letting my medicine wear out twice a week and taking monthly blood tests. I spent the next 3 months recuperated. I mean, my body had taken a beating. I was weak, lost a lot of weight. My arms were covered, black and blue from 40, who knows how many blood tests now while I was in the hospital. But thanks to my new medical program, I was able to get back in tip-top shape again. And I finally started feeling like myself. And that's really all that mattered to me. So I spent all summer finishing my junior. I felt great, and just training and playing basketball throughout the city and suburbs. While I was finishing school, I did all summer school so I could become a senior. And so wherever I could find a game, I was there. And when I came back senior year, I really flourished on the court and in school. I made the many all-star games, averaged 21 points a game, 5 rebounds a game, 5 assists per game. And the number one thing I learned was how precious health and life really is. Through that struggle, I learned that we only have so much time in life, and we have to enjoy and appreciate each moment, and really make each moment count. Despite some minor episodes in college, I fine-tuned my program, and my sodium counts have been normal for years now, and I've never felt better. So, back to basketball and really finding a passion in life. At DePaul University, where I went on, one of my dreams and personal challenges was to make the team. The first year, I got cut, didn't make it. Second year, I made it through the first tryout, but then I got cut on the second, didn't make the team. But the third year, I was in the best shape of my life, and I just blew away the competition, fulfilled my dreams, I made the team. Despite, I had a little setback, and I ended up tearing my quad, and I was out for 6 months for rehab, so I didn't get to really play through the whole season. But to me, all that mattered was I accomplished a personal challenge. Was able to get out there with Division I players, and it was an incredible experience. So I continued playing basketball throughout college and afterwards too, and I got really involved in pro-ams. One of the leagues, the Sonny Parker League, and I also played in the Adidas and Nike pro-ams. And these are pictures from the Sonny Parker League. I know some of you might know Jabari Parker, the #1 player in the country. Yeah, and his dad, this is his league. It's been going around for about 20 years in Chicago. And I was able to play against so many guys. All these guys are just European pros, some of them NBA pros now. Some of you guys might know, kneeling down, Shannon Brown, who plays for the Phoenix Suns. And it was an amazing experience. And there's a couple more shots. Right there. And I have a short video, so I'll show you. I got a few cool highlights from the Sonny Parker League. I'll show you about a minute.
Remember that gate?
Yes.
Brandon, do you have the cable plugged into the side all the way?
It's going out.
There's a few cool highlights. I thought perhaps a good job route for me, for me was to go into sports broadcasting. I knew I just loved and obviously the sports. So after graduating, I was offered a job at the Score radio station doing production work. The hours were 4 in the morning to 11 in the morning. And tough hours. But even if the hours had been great, I knew it wasn't for me. It didn't feel right. So I then started working at the Board of Trade, the Chicago Board of Trade, doing independent trading. And I spent the next 3 years while I was trading also figuring out exactly what I really wanted to do with my life. And I knew I could do something with basketball. I wasn't so happy trading, and the key to life is really finding something you love to do, because then it's not work. And while I was working, I of course continued to exercise and play basketball. And as I would go to various gyms, I started seeing things that kind of upset me, such as trainers would be sitting on the ground, training kids on their cell phone, and things that I was like, this is crazy. And I felt there was also a lack of the solid fundamentals being taught to the kids. And I thought I could do much better than this. And I wanted to eliminate the bad habits of that self-taught street ball style play. And instead I wanted to teach basketball the way the legendary players and individuals would want it, and how they invented and shaped the game, how we see it today. And because the game needs to be taught to bring out the science, the art, and the skills necessary to succeed. And here's a few cool images. That's Dr. James Naismith, the founder of basketball. This is a women's team from 1904. And that's an early 1900s men's team. Some of these guys that I look up to, and some players today like LeBron, Kevin Durant, and Kobe Bryant, people don't realize that a lot of their games were made from these guys, how the speed of the game was created by these guys. And there's Bill Russell on the top right, who's won 11 championship rings. Will Chamberlain in the middle, he's holding up that when he scored 100 points in an NBA game. Jerry West in the top left, Bob Cousy, and the big O, Oscar Robertson. And of course, many of you know Michael Jordan, Magic, and Larry Bird. I also felt that nutrition and the mind-body connection was so key. And it wasn't being taught in any of the programs that I saw. So how we take care of ourselves is so essential. It impacts our ability on the basketball court and in the classroom. And adding a healthier lifestyle to my life has given me much more energy and just made me feel way better and healthier. So bringing excellent nutrition and meditation techniques to the basketball court was very important to me. It's kind of style that Phil Jackson, and former Bulls coach, we call him the Zen Master. He really was big into meditation and yoga for the guys. So I get more energy and feel so much better when I eat good food and have proper nutrition. When I have proper training, when I'm making mindful, positive decisions for myself. And I got a little video. So the last 3 years, I really got into Tai Chi. So I'm going to show you a little Tai Chi video. This was a performance I did at Navy Pier. And I'll show you a little bit of this clip. And I'm much better at it now. This is when I was a little bit of a beginner. Something as I've been practicing, and it's really, I can change my life for the better. I've actually become a better basketball player because of it. My flexibility's improved, and I just feel really balanced, and it's fun. And so I put everything together, and I made a plan for my business and went for it. And lying in bed one day, the name came to me, Hoops for Health. And the number 4 stands for the 4 keys to my program. Oh, there was actually one picture. We had this is my teacher who came out to teach our kids in our program, a little Tai Chi. The 4 keys to my program are mind, body, nutrition, and discipline. Mind means that you choose to be committed to taking good care of yourself. That comes in your mind. You know, we teach you the mental aspect of the game, which includes the understanding of the game, such as team play, rules, confidence, focus, working on all the different skills and on your weaknesses and improving your strengths. The meditation and relaxation techniques we teach improve concentration and create more energy. We want you to challenge yourself to be the healthiest you can be, as well as striving to be the best basketball player and person of high character possible. Body means getting your body in the best shape it can be. Also to prevent injuries and increase performance. We stress flexibility and also teach a lot of proper conditioning. Nutrition is a vital component of the mind and body. What we put in our body is of the utmost importance in maintaining good health. And if you are eating junk food, you are not going to be a good basketball player. You know, you can't be a great athlete or even a great scientist for that matter. It's just not going to happen. So we teach about healthy food choices in terms of what to eat and what not to eat. You need to know that taking care of yourself also requires great discipline. And that's very important. There's always going to be someone or something out there trying to lure you away from doing the right things for yourself. But you've got to remain disciplined and committed. And there may even be those haters or doubters out there, but use them as your fire within. And if you make a mistake, grow from it, because no one's perfect out there. So I started out with a basketball clinic. And the essential backbone of my philosophy was to make a program kids will remember forever. I want to give them an experience that is so much fun that they can't wait to come back. And the funny thing is that it's as much fun for me as it is for the kids. And these are just a lot of different images from our clinics. I also wanted to make a program that changes lives forever. Make them not only better players, but also healthier and better people. The value of education is also extremely important for us, the kids maintaining good grades. And, we reward the kids that have a 3.5 grade point average. We have a whole all-academic team. And to get the business started, I really just put out signs, just a lot of legwork. I was all over the place and hit all the schools, just getting the name out. And slowly, I built up a program. There's some more pictures. And I think people started to see the difference. And this was we grew some fitness training too. The key for us is really the personal attention and being active, getting out there with the kids. You'll always see us just sweating, and we're really working like hands-on. We show you how things are really properly done. And it was also very important for me to bring in high-quality coaches, as it correlates to always surrounding yourself with good people, whether in work or in life. And at our first camp, we had a nutritionist, an introduction to Tai Chi. We had drills, games, and we had former Chicago Bulls player, Gennaro Pargo. He came out to speak and showed, different ways to become good players. I always like to bring in a special guest, because I remember growing up how memorable an experience it is when a pro came out and really showed us this stuff and taught us the skills and just spoke about their background, their story. And so we've had a lot of great professional players. This is C.J. Watson, who was at our 2-year anniversary, was on the Bulls last year, and now he's on the Brooklyn Nets. This is Dee Brown, Illinois legendary player, made it to the national championship. He plays in Europe now, overseas. John Shire, that you may know from Glenbrook North, Duke NCAA champion. Here's Dee Brown again. John Shire. That's Gennaro Pargo, now he plays for the Atlanta Hawks. That's James Johnson, he's played for the Bulls, and now he's on the Sacramento Kings. These guys move quick. And really excited to announce that this is the biggest we ever had, a 3-time NBA champ with Chicago Bulls, played with Michael Jordan when they won their first championships. It's coming out to our holiday camp over Christmas break. So it's just really exciting. A lot of time to sign up, and we'd love to have you guys with us for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be an amazing experience. And slowly, we grew and grew. We started out with 30 kids, and now about 150 kids year-round. Our program's going year-round now, and attending all our programs. So a lot of kids coming in. And we also did travel teams we started doing, and found great success when I coached our Hoops for Health 7th grade team. They went to nationals, and this was in Memphis over the summer. Nationals is the best teams around the country come together and to compete. And in nationals, they won 4 out of their 6 games and finished top 32 out of 96 teams. And that was an amazing experience. You go out nationals and you stay a week. Memphis, Virginia, Orlando. So each grade is a different city they go to. We've also been chosen to coach the Wilmette Wolves, which is a park district program. And we've also partnered with park districts in Northfield, Winnetka, and Deerfield, and done a lot of programs there. And last March we celebrated our 2-year anniversary. And now 2.5 years, we're still growing, which is really exciting. And we have kids of all ages and skill levels, and each one is really treated with the utmost care and attention. And we offer clinics, camps, and personal basketball and fitness training. And I really think parents see the difference, and the kids too, and that's why we've had such nice growth. The quality and personal attention is so key. Very exciting for me is my goal to bring in healthy snack sponsors. And there's really a junk food epidemic in our country. Junk food is being sold, which is crazy, even at the tournaments we play. It's all junk food, the AAU tournaments, our travel teams. And that's something that I would love to change, and it has to change. I remember in middle school how I ate junk food and would go to practice, and it was rough, not feel good. And when my diet changed, I started feeling better and played a lot better. So far, Hoops for Health has been sponsored by Cliff Bar, One Coconut Water, and Pirate Brew, and that's the Pirate brand. These sponsors help kids see the better alternative snacks to choose from. And a lot of my kids in my program have asked me, what can they do to improve their game at home? So I'm producing an instructional DVD, which I've done over the last 1.5 years for them, called In the Basement Training, Mastering the Art of the Dribble, and plus breakdown and secret moves. In this video, I show them over 50 different drills and over 35 moves that they can practice on at home, right in their basement with a small amount of space. And I got a preview for that I'm going to play for you guys, which I think you'll enjoy. gotta dream big. Set big goals and reach high in your life. Through a lot of hard work and following my passion, I started to see some success in my business. But I feel I've only just begun to fulfill my dreams and want to grow and grow. I have so much to learn about coaching. I have a really big passion about coaching. Nutrition and fitness. I got a lot to learn still. And I'll be learning probably for the rest of my life. So here I am at the Nike Coaches Clinic. This was in Mississippi. That's Brant Stevens on the left, the youngest coach to ever take a team to a Final Four at Butler University. And that's Bob Huggins, West Virginia. Also made a little trip, which I hope everyone gets a chance to the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts, which is an amazing place. Some different pictures. It's a big shoe. This was pretty cool. You get to shoot on all the old-time baskets. There's the peach basket on the left. This is the entrance to the Michael Jordan exhibit, which is crazy. You've got to check that out. This was an article, actually, the Winnetka Talk just did on our program. Pretty nice. So, I always want to be a really great coach. So I continually learn coaching skills by learning, just reading, watching DVDs, attending any coaching clinics I can. And I also work on designing my own plays and drills, which is a passion of mine. So you just got to want to learn and learn. And you got to value your teachers, which I don't think I even did enough back in high school. This school has incredible teachers, so I think that's really important. Because I also needed to develop a website for my business, I had to learn how to do that. So I developed skills in website development, video editing, and graphic design. All the stuff you see on my website I've done, all the video editing I've done myself. So you never stop learning and developing your skills, whatever they are, because you can never learn enough. And you can never be content where you're at. Always keep trying to improve at whatever you're doing. And I've heard some kids say they don't care about doing well. And that's an excuse, I feel. I think those kids are just scared that they won't be able to succeed. Or maybe they thought it would be easy, and it's not easy. That's for sure. Because success in accomplishing your goals and dreams takes a lot of hard work. And success can also require sacrifice. Sometimes you got to give up video game time or some time with your friends. And it's just part of it. And you should always put a lot of care into everything you do that you're in life. And here's a famous quote: "A road is probably worth not traveling down if it doesn't have obstacles." And sometimes you don't need to go down someone else's road to succeed. You can pave your own road like I'm doing. I didn't realize that I would one day be trying to build my own business, but sometimes it takes following your own dreams and passions to get to where you want to be. And if there's no field to play your game on, you have to find another one or build your own. No matter what you do in life, it takes a lot of work, hard work to succeed. And you can't take success ever for granted. A lot of people also think that success is only measured by how much money you have. They just want to be rich. And so they choose their life's work based on how much money they'll make. But I'd like you to look at success in a little bit of a different way. I'm telling you that real success comes when you're doing what fulfills you every moment of the day. Instead of looking at what would make you rich, instead look at what will enrich your life. Being truly successful means you're doing something so fulfilling that your job isn't about money. It really doesn't even feel like a job. When your reward is internal and not external. That's when you've really achieved something special, I feel. So choose your work because it's something you enjoy and really have a lot of fun doing. Listen, no matter what you choose, you will have to work hard and push through different obstacles, like I've had to. But when you have passion for what you're doing, like I do for teaching basketball, you will work that much harder to conquer those obstacles. And you'll put extra care into everything you do. When you're not passionate about what you're doing, sometimes you let things slip and let the quality slip a little, and you don't want to work as hard. That's why it's so important to find out what it is truly that you love doing. Most often you'll make enough money to support yourself, and if you're happy with your work, you'll be really successful. And last thoughts I want to leave you with Whether your goals and dreams are to be a great basketball player, or a great scientist, or a great writer, I want you to remember these important points. Respect your body. It's the only body you'll ever have. If you want your body to perform at its top level, you really have to take good care of it. Put in good nutrition in your body. Stay away from the junk food. Of course, stay away from the drugs and the alcohol. And get plenty of exercise. Make a commitment for a healthy lifestyle. And that's a mental commitment you got to make. And use discipline to work towards excellence. I can't say more enough. Learn, learn, and learn. Make each moment count and make positive change for others and for the next generation. And of course, always dream big. Never stop following your dreams. Thanks for being so terrific, listening to my story. I'll take a few questions. Before I get to that, I also have a lot of mini balls, Hoops for Health mini balls, and I will put them out there. And then whoever wants them, I got some flyers too. Is there any questions you have for me? Any questions, anyone?
Far right.
Oh, down there? Yeah? With the back right here? I think so. Yeah, I can. Any questions? All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Sure. Okay.
Excuse me, I'm
Okay.
He was outstanding, no surprise.
Thanks, Mr. Dore.
Wasn't it?
That's
Wasn't
great.
it very honor? Aren't you proud of him?
Absolutely. He works hard.
Oh
He really
gosh,
does.
fabulous.
better than trading.
Yeah. No, you
That's one
find something
thing.
you're passionate about,
Nah.
you go for it.
You know what? Brennan would have been a good trader if it would have, they changed the whole markets.
Yeah.
10 years ago, 12 years ago, he'd have been great at it because we had the open outcry and it was, it was really good for athletes and stuff. And now it's all on the computer and it's changed. The business is not what it was, unfortunately, But so, it turned out it was a great thing because he wound up doing something that he really enjoyed.
Yeah, it's fun. It's really impressive. Really
So-
impressive.
We don't get one all.
That's the
Hard to
important
believe
thing.
it was 11 years.
Yeah. Thanks, Mr. Doerr. Good luck. Thank you.